What happens when a picture-perfect Hollywood romance unravels right before our eyes? Ashley Park and Paul Forman weren't just co-stars on Emily in Paris. For nearly 2 years, they were the couple fans rooted for both on screen and off. They had the kind of chemistry that seemed almost too good to be true, the kind of relationship people wanted to believe in. But now, the story has taken a dramatic turn. After nearly 2 years together, their relationship has come to an end, and fans are left wondering, what really went wrong? Was this one of Hollywood's most heartbreaking splits, or were the warning signs there all along? The story began in October of 2023, when rumors first linked Ashley and Paul romantically. It started with a sighting, just the two of them, hand in hand, leaving a dinner event in Los Angeles. It was subtle, but not subtle enough to escape the cameras. Suddenly, entertainment blogs were buzzing, and social media lit up with speculation. Fans were convinced that the sparks they saw on Emily in Paris had leapt off the screen and into reality. At first, both Ashley and Paul stayed quiet. No confirmations, no denials, just silence. But as every fan knows, sometimes silence speaks the loudest. The absence of a denial was enough to fuel weeks of gossip and anticipation. And by January of 2024, the whispers turned into applause. The two finally confirmed their relationship, and fans couldn't get enough. To many, it was the ultimate fairy tale, two actors playing lovers on screen, falling for each other in real life. It almost seemed scripted, like something straight out of the Netflix playbook. But what looked like a dreamy beginning would soon be tested in ways no one saw coming. In early 2024, everything changed. Ashley Park experienced a terrifying health crisis that nearly cost her life. She went into critical septic shock, a sudden and severe illness that landed her in the hospital for weeks. The situation was dire. Multiple surgeries, long recoveries, and the constant question of whether she'd make it through. Through it all, Paul Forman was by her side. Not just in spirit, but physically, day in and day out. Photos surfaced of him kissing her forehead, holding her hand, and staying by her hospital bed. He wasn't just a boyfriend, he was her caretaker, her support system, her anchor. Ashley later posted on Instagram about the ordeal, writing a heartfelt message where she thanked Paul for being unconditionally by her side through all this. She didn't hold back, and fans felt the rawness of her gratitude. That was the moment their love story shifted from just another Hollywood romance into something deeper. It wasn't about red carpets or cute selfies anymore. It was about survival, loyalty, and devotion. The world watched as their bond grew stronger under impossible circumstances. Soon after, Ashley made it official by posting a photo of the two kissing, with a caption that sealed the deal. Paul wasn't just her co-star or her boyfriend, he was her partner in every sense of the word. But as often happens in Hollywood, even the strongest bonds face pressure when lived under the spotlight. By the summer of 2024, their love wasn't just whispered about, it was celebrated. Ashley landed the cover of Cosmopolitan in August, and she opened up about Paul in a way that surprised even her biggest fans. She admitted that she had once vowed never to date another actor again. The lifestyle, the egos, the competition, it was all too messy. But Paul had completely changed her mind. She described him as generous, kind, and, most importantly, a true partner both on set and off. "I've never been with a straight white male who has been more generous or better to work with on a set. Ever, ever, ever," she said. Those words resonated, especially in an industry often known for clashing personalities and fragile egos. Paul echoed the sentiment. Speaking to People in 2024, he gushed about Ashley, saying that working with her as both a co-star and a partner meant the world. He admitted he felt like the luckiest man in the world. Fans swooned. Together, Ashley and Paul seemed untouchable. They weren't just surviving Hollywood, they were thriving in it. But the problem with perfect love stories is that they often hide cracks that only show later. By late September 2025, eagle-eyed fans started to notice something unusual. The event was huge: Selena Gomez and Benny Blanco's wedding in Montecito. A star-studded guest list, countless celebrity cameos, and plenty of press coverage. Ashley showed up looking radiant, but alone. Instead of arriving with Paul, she attended the wedding alongside friends Cara Delevingne, Nina Dobrev, and her makeup artist, Jenna Nicole. The absence was glaring. After all, Paul had always been there for her during important moments. Why not now? Social media erupted with questions. Where was Paul? Why wasn't he there? Had something happened? Fans who had once championed their love story suddenly found themselves piecing together clues like detectives. And the silence from Ashley and Paul's representatives only fueled the speculation. No statement, no clarification, just quiet. And sometimes, that silence says more than words ever could. On October 1, 2025, the rumors finally broke into headlines. TMZ reported that Ashley Park and Paul Forman had officially split in September, after nearly 2 years together. Shortly after, people confirmed the news with insider sources. The breakup was no longer speculation, it was fact. For fans, it was devastating. This wasn't just another celebrity fling that fizzled out. This was a couple that had survived life-threatening illness, stood by each other during tough times, and shared heartfelt declarations of love with the world. Their breakup didn't feel like a story ending, it felt like a story interrupted. What made it even more difficult was the silence. Neither Ashley nor Paul addressed the breakup publicly. No joint statement, no Instagram posts, no explanations. For a couple that once invited fans into their most intimate moments, their quiet retreat felt almost shocking. But in Hollywood, the story doesn't end when the romance does. The biggest twist. Both Ashley and Paul are still set to appear in Emily in Paris Season 5, premiering on December 18, 2025. That means these former lovers will be back on set, playing romantic storylines, surrounded by cameras, and watched by millions of viewers. Fans are already buzzing. Will their breakup affect their chemistry on screen? Can they keep things professional? Or will the tension spill out behind the scenes? With their history, the potential for awkwardness, or drama, is undeniable. And in an age where every glance, every red carpet appearance, and every social media post is dissected, the spotlight on them will only grow brighter. For now, neither has spoken out about how they'll navigate the upcoming season. But one thing's for sure, all eyes will be on them when the show returns. From a whirlwind romance that began with hand-holding in Los Angeles, to a terrifying health crisis that bonded them closer than ever, to public declarations of love that melted hearts, and finally to a quiet, heartbreaking split, Ashley Park and Paul Forman's story has been anything but ordinary. What really went wrong? Was it the weight of fame? The pressures of working together? Or simply the natural unraveling of a relationship that burned brightly but couldn't last forever? Fans may never know the full truth. But one thing is clear, even though their romance has ended, their story isn't over. With Emily in Paris set to return, Ashley and Paul will once again share the screen. And while the cameras will capture their fictional love story, fans will be watching closely to see whether real-life heartbreak seeps through. So now, I want to hear from you. Do you think their breakup was written in the stars, or was it the kind of shock ending nobody saw coming? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more untold stories from Hollywood's biggest stars.